Hi, this is Keith Bryant for Global SMT and Packaging at Productronica India, and I'm here with my good friend David from Humiseal. So, good morning, David.
Good morning, Keith.
Let's start with how the show is so far for you, I guess.
So far, day one went very well. We had more inquiries than we were anticipating, which is always good. And I had the pleasure also of talking to a few students, and I like doing that in India because they're always interested in what we do, not what we've got to give away.
Yeah.
And yes, I had some nice conversations with the students as well as potential clients and current clients.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to find one word to sum up the show as I've seen it so far, it would definitely be enthusiasm. Because as you say, it's starting off with the students, and even the guys who've got 30, 40 years in the business are still like enthused about the way India's growing and what's going to be happening in the future. So yeah, I suppose that brings me on to Make in India and explain a little bit about what Humiseal are doing.
Okay, so in 2016, we purchased a aerosol filling company in Pune. And over the last years, we have developed the site. We've extended the factory facilities. We've put in bulk manufacturing for conformal coatings. So we have currently 2 tanks, fully enclosed, nitrogen purged, identical to what we have in Winnersh in England and in Pittsburgh in the States. We are maintaining the same quality of product right across the globe. And we will, in the future, be extending that facility further to include an application lab and probably a training area, hopefully. So it's been an interesting journey, as they say.
Yeah, and obviously you have the volumes here to justify doing it.
Oh, absolutely. Before we decided we needed a manufacturing facility in India, we'd been developing the market, we'd been supplying from Winnersh, from the UK, and I've been coming to India on business trips since 2007 and working with our distributors, our 3 distributors that we have, to grow that market, and it is growing, and it's lovely to see.
And obviously, like everybody here, I'm not going to ask you, do you think it's going to grow in the future? Because the answer everybody is giving is yes. But, you know, it's got to be great, because I think you were one of the first global companies for materials who physically made the move. And you're supplying copy exact product. You're not doing a Me Too cheaper version or whatever. You're supplying something, so you have 3 global areas to supply, and if you have a problem with the facility, you've got copy exact stuff everywhere else.
Absolutely, and that is one of the concepts that we've put through over the years, is to have redundancy. If something happens in one of the sites, we can immediately start producing in the other sites.
Yeah.
And supply wherever we need to globally.
Yes. Security of supply is obviously a big thing, especially when you're dealing with some of the larger players in the industry.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So you think everyone's saying today at the show is going to be busier than yesterday? So do you think?
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It was certainly easier getting into the show today than it was yesterday.
Yeah. On this hall, we lost pretty much the whole morning yesterday because everybody was that side with the Prime Minister and his entourage. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a bigger show today. And obviously, you have 3 distributors here. You have your own booth. You're really investing in the Make in India.
Oh, absolutely. We have been doing that from when the first Productronica India was started. We've been exhibiting each year. And we find it extremely worthwhile, and it grows our customer base.
Yeah, and obviously you're growing your local team as well to handle everything.
Oh yes, we are. We've got now 2 direct salespeople in working out of Pune, and that will grow over the next 12 months. And we are looking at putting in an application lab in Pune, so we can do demonstrations, we can do trials, etc., as we do in the other facilities.
Yeah, and obviously you're working with the OEMs who are supplying a lot of equipment into India as well, so you're effectively offering their customers a spec'd-in product. Yeah?
Absolutely. We have worked with all the major application systems, robotic selective coating systems. We find it worthwhile to be working with them, doing trials with them, and now of course with our new SEC product, we're having to go in and teach them about applying this product because it's just slightly different to a conventional coating. Okay.
For our viewers, David is talking about sharp edge coverage or sharp edge coating when he says SEC. He's used to it and he knows the acronym, but for anybody who doesn't, that's what it is. And basically it's, I'm not even going to hesitate to call it a revolution in conformal coating, because anybody that knows anything about conformal coating knows that sharp edges are where you have the issue, and sharp edges are where you get the weakness and where you get the ingress of something that carries on under the coating, because it's very hard to get a solid cover over a sharp corner.
The reason we've developed this product is because of this problem, and it's really more relevant now with the surface mount components and the packing densities that we're seeing. Everything's getting closer, and unlike the days when we had through-hole technology, axial components, round components, easy to coat, things have changed. And what I like to say is that we're now producing a coating for the 21st century electronics.
Yeah, that's a good description, because we all know conformal coatings have been around for a long time and formulations have changed, but I don't think there's been a quantum step like this one.
No, quite. Right, and when you consider Humiseal have been in the business of conformal coatings for over 60 years, and over those 60 years we've always developed to match the technology, to keep up with technology.
Yep. And I'm sure you're going to do it for the next 60, David, even if you and I won't be sitting here in 60 years. So thank you very much for coming in and sharing, my friend. Good luck for the next 2 days. Right. That's Keith Bryant for Global SMT and Packaging, signing out.
It was a pleasure to meet our existing clients and prospective clients at Matt Dispense. Thank you for visiting our stand. Should you require any additional information, please feel free to email indiasales@chasecorp.com.